Well, authorities found country singer Mindy McCready and her 5-year-old son last week crouched in a bedroom closet of a vacant house in Arkansas. McCready took the child from the dad's Florida house over Thanksgiving and did not return him. What would the criminal and civil implications be? Live at 5's family attorney Sonia Kaufman joins us now with answers. What a strange case.
Sad, isn't it?
Yeah, it truly is. But you hear about it all the time, people wanting to take their child from the other parent.
And not even from the other parent. In this case, it was from the court-appointed guardian. And I think that's even harder for a parent to accept, that they don't have the absolute right over their child. The question, though, is if this were in Texas, what would the implications be? She would potentially face criminal and civil implications for that. First of all, criminally, it's a state jail felony for interference with child custody. And that carries a potential sentence not less than 180 days and not more than 3 years, plus a potential fine of up to $10,000.
And oh yeah, did we mention she's pregnant right now too?
With twins. I think when you and I were talking off camera about this case, I told you that her conduct probably justifies what the judge ruled, because she's clearly not acted in the best interest of that child. Can you imagine how traumatized he would be hiding in a closet,
and
from
not
law
knowing
enforcement?
why.
Yeah.
Well, let's go to our KFDM News Facebook page because we've got lots of questions. This one wants to know, is it legal for the father to take his daughter over the state lines without the mother's permission? He didn't bother to mention it until after the fact. It doesn't specify in the divorce papers on travel limitations for him on the weekends.
The answer is yes, he can take the child across state lines unless there is a restriction on him for doing that. When it's his time, he has to use good judgment, but he can certainly take the child across state lines.
Okay, another question. I have custody of my sons. Mom pays no child support. During the divorce, we each agreed to pay half of private school tuition. Boys are now in public school. Can I get the papers modified myself, or do we have to go before a judge?
To get an enforceable order, you have to have the judge sign a court order. If they reach an agreement on their own, that's fine, but it's not enforceable.
Okay, I think we have time for one more question. When a father takes his kids from the mother and doesn't allow her to see them without going to court, but he has a lot of charges against him, is she allowed to go get the kids when he leaves with someone and someone else is there?
That's sort of similar to the Mindy McCready issue, isn't it? This mother thinks that she has the absolute right to get her child at any time. Depends on what the court order says. If it's the father's time under the court order, she does not have the right to go and get the child, even if the child's at a sitter.
All right, Sonia, as always, we appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for stopping by. And you can log on to our KFDM News Facebook page once a month when Sonia answers your questions.